Thank you. We do have a second question from Twitter. We've also received questions from people in regards to accessing records from institutions. Is the Royal Commission aware that many people who have experienced child sexual abuse while in the care of an institution have had real difficulties in accessing records?
Yes, thank you for that. One of the things that's become very clear to people, particularly those that spend time in physical institutions such as orphanages or services for people with disabilities in a residential environment, or indeed in foster care, has been the importance of records. And so many people that have come forward to us, one of the most important parts of their healing journey is the ability to be able to find as much material about who they were and where they lived their early lives, and the records are important. The second thing we've become aware is, for many people, how difficult it has been to access those records. And because of the age of some of those records, it is true that some of those records no longer exist. But I would make a couple of observations. The first is that since the Royal Commission's been in place, it is surprising and interesting to note how many records have suddenly been found. And records that didn't seem to exist before now do. And the Royal Commission has had a miraculous effect on the discovery of records that have become available when people have gone back. The second thing is, if you use organisations to assist you, either your own bodies or, for example, Know More, which I'll talk about now, to help you, we are discovering that both government and non-government agencies are in fact starting to provide records with a much greater degree of openness and willingness than was previously the case. The third point I should make in relation to our case studies, our public hearings, the Commission has extraordinary powers to be able to subpoena or summons records. And so we have access to records that have never been seen outside of the institutions. But we only use those in relation to the public hearings, not more generally. Can I just make the comment about Know More? Know More is a legal service, and Prue is sitting in the audience here. Prue is over there, one of the lawyers from Know More, that was established by the Australian Government, the Commonwealth Government. And it funds Know More to provide legal advice to people that have come forward to the Royal Commission. Many of the people that have come to the Royal Commission in private sessions end up going to Know More, either before but generally after the sessions, and some of those are seeking Know More's help in accessing records and finding out the best way they may be able to do that. And that seems to be paying real dividends. And we understand how important it is to access the records. Know More also provides more general advice about what avenues are available for people to seek some form of redress in relation to institutions. For many people, as I indicated, they don't disclose the abuse for a very long time, but they've also confused about whether or not they want to report matters to the police. They're confused as to whether or not they wish to take any action against an individual or even take action against a particular institution. And Know More and other organisations are there to be able to assist. They don't act for people, but they do provide ways and means through advice as to how you can access that. That's Know More legal service.